Hi, and welcome to One Cool Thing. I'm Alex Colon, and I'm here with Angela Mascaratolo. And today we are going to be talking about the Fitbit Luxe. The Fitbit Luxe is the company's latest fitness tracker. It costs $150. And the main difference between this and some of the other Fitbits is that this one has a more stylish, jewelry-inspired design. Now, we gave it 4 stars, and Angela reviewed it, and she's going to sort of walk us through the design, what's different between this and other Fitbits, and we're just going to discuss it in general. So, Angela, do you want to just start by giving us an overview?
Sure. So I have it on right here. And so the main thing about the Luxe, as you could tell from its name, is the design. So this is not the most advanced Fitbit fitness tracker, but it is the best looking one. So I know personally, I used to be like a very big, never really like interested in fitness trackers because I just thought they were like ugly. Like, I don't want to wear one of those on my wrist. And that was one of the big critiques that I had of some of the even the fitness trackers that Fitbit has come out with more recently before the Luxe, which were the Inspire 2. This is the current lineup. So we have the Luxe, which is the most expensive one at $149.95. For $129.95, we have the most advanced one in terms of like sensors and features for fitness, and that is the Charge 4. So then we have the entry level one, which is the $99.95 Inspire 2. So you can see how these two look compared to the Luxe. And one of the things that I, didn't like about the Inspire 2 and the Charge 4 is that they have a grayscale screen. So it's like a black and white screen. In like 2021, we're like, really, this just feels super dated. Like, really, we have like a gray screen, like a black and white screen. Like, no, like I want a color screen. So the Luxe has a color touchscreen and a metal case. You can see instead of a plastic case. And then it's also thinner than the other two. So Fitbit's thinnest device fitness tracker yet. So that makes it really comfortable to wear to bed. And it, I honestly, like, I don't even mind it. And I'm kind of sensitive to wearing things to bed. They kind of bother me, but this one I don't have a problem with at all. So it's really good if you want the sleep tracking. It has all of that. But yeah, like the big thing about this is the design, and it comes in a couple of colors. So Fitbit sent me the one, this is the soft gold model with the white band. It also comes in matte black with a matching band, or platinum. Well, it's really stainless steel, but it's like a, silvery platinumy, paint job, I guess, or overlay, and with a pink band. So in addition to that, they also have a range of accessory bands for the Luxe to make it a little bit more fancy. And so you can see that they sent me, along with this review unit with the standard strap, this is the soft gold stainless steel mesh, and they're really easy to swap out. You just like press this little button here, pull it off, and then you can snap on the accessory band. So if you have like a dressy occasion, it really makes it look nice, and it's thin enough that you could wear it alongside other jewelry, other bracelets, and it still looks, it's fancier. You can wear it to like dinner, happy hour, and you're not going to be like, oh, I got to take this off. It looks cute, right? So
Right.
that's the thing. It's for people who are, you're not a somebody who specializes in one sport, a triathlete, or a serious like endurance runner. Like, you're somebody who likes to do different things. Like, you like to do classes at the gym, or yoga, or maybe go for a run or a bike ride. So there's like 20 sport profiles. And so for different tracking, of course, it has all the great sleep tracking that I mentioned, which Fitbit is known for. What it doesn't have that you get on the Charge 4, which is the more advanced fitness tracker, ironically a little bit less expensive, but you also have that grayscale screen instead of the color touch screen. But the Charge 4 has a GPS built in to track your pace and distance when you're running or biking without your phone, where the Lux, it needs to be connected to your phone to do that. This also has an altimeter, so it will track your floors climbed throughout the day. And then you also get some smartwatch features on the Charge 4 that you don't get on the Lux, including Fitbit Pay for mobile payments and Spotify support. So you're going to get a little bit more in terms of features on the Charge 4, but if you really care about looks and style, you're gonna get like everything you need on the Lux, plus those good looks.
Wow, you have truly made this one of the easiest interviews I've had to do, because you just basically went over every single feature that we covered in the review. But so just to sort of summarize the things that that we like and don't like about this, we like the fact that it's a little bit thinner, and it has a sort of jewelry-inspired design with that nice metal case. It has the color touchscreen. It tracks heart rate variability and sleeping respiration. So it's not like it's a totally basic tracker. It still does some advanced tracking. It automatically tracks certain activities. And of course, we've always liked Fitbit's companion app. Now, compared to some of the other Fitbits, compared to the Charge, this one doesn't have built-in GPS, and it doesn't have NFC. So if those are features that you want, you're probably going to be better off with the Charge. And also, I think we didn't quite touch on this, but there is going to be blood oxygen saturation monitoring, but that is not currently available on this device yet.
Yeah, so Fitbit is promising that it's going to add SpO2 tracking, which is a feature that they first introduced on the Sense smartwatch, which is a $300 smartwatch with like every feature that you could want that Fitbit makes. Like all the health tracking, advanced health tracking, things like that, much larger screen. But yeah, so right now, what it does is it will already track what Fitbit calls estimated oxygen variation, which is the changes in your blood oxygen saturation level as you sleep. So it'll just tell you if those variations are high or like normal. But it's going to go above and beyond that. Apparently soon, Fitbit is saying that it will be able to track your nightly SpO2 level, which is your blood oxygen saturation level. Like, it'll tell you what percentage, instead of just, in addition to just telling you if your variations are high and low.
Mhm.
So that's a nice feature that is going to be good for this, but we couldn't test it. It's not available yet. So we noted in our review that it will be available, or Fitbit says, but yeah, we could not test it yet.
Yeah, and speaking of our review, if you do want more information on the Fitbit Lux, it's up on pcmag.com. It basically goes over everything that we just talked about in more detail. But just again, to summarize, we gave the Lux 4 stars. It's $150. Now, our editor's choice in this category is still the $130 Fitbit Charge 4. It doesn't look quite as fancy, quite as nice, but it does have more features for $20 less. So it's a bit of a trade-off. Do you want the tracker that looks nicer, or do you want the one that does a little bit more? I think, Angela, it sounds like in your case, you would get the Lux.
Yeah, no, so for me, day to day, I'd rather wear the Lux. And I think, in testing, it did a good job of fitness tracking. I tested it for bike rides, for yoga, for running, and it did all of that very well. Like I said, you do need your phone with you because it does not have that built-in GPS when you're like tracking a run or a bike ride. But yeah, like then let's talk about battery life. So the option, the entry level option, like if you don't know if you want to get into fitness tracking, like not even $100 Inspire 2, this has like a 10-day battery life. So this is the most battery life of any Fitbit, the Inspire 2. And you can see it's not too thick, but it's thicker than the Lux. But yeah, so you do get that 10-day battery life on the Inspire 2. With the Lux, it's only 5 days, which is still decent. I mean, compared to a smartwatch, which you have to charge every day, the 5-day battery life on the Lux like isn't too bad. Maybe charge it, once a week or whatever. But on the charge for the battery life is like about a week. So it's still, all the Fitbit trackers, they really get like pretty decent battery life, but it's not going to have the most battery life, which is what you get on the Inspire 2.
Right. So, I mean, ultimately, all of Fitbit's trackers, there's just a little bit of give and take between each model. So ultimately, it's finding the one that has the features you want at the price you want to pay. So I think unless you have anything to add, this has been our look at the Fitbit Lux. And if you want more information, you could go see our review on pcmag.com. Thank you for tuning in to One Cool Thing, and we will see you again next time.
Thank you.